I wish I had water. Can you hand me my phone?
That's the water thing with the spout is sparkling water for like or tonic water for like a alcoholic drink. It took me forever to figure out how to use it.
Side by my money counting digits, who that nigga? Who that nigga? From the west side, yeah. Who that nigga? Who that nigga? From the west side by my money counting digits, who that nigga? Who that nigga? From the east side about that money counting digits, yeah. Who that? West side music about my paper, getting to it, never stopping, thumbing through it, a lot of drama. Numb to it. In my city, we gon' hustle, get it anyway. Rain, sleet, or snow, legal and illegal. I'm a boss, whether Bentley or a Regal. I bust a baddie, only hit her when I need it, yeah. But she cool, cause we both about them Benjis. Act the fool, yeah, I'm cutting like I'm fishing. And your feelings really acting like some bitches. If it ain't about a motherfucking check, I ain't in it, nigga. Who that nigga? Who that nigga? From the west side, by my money counting digits, Who that nigga? Who that nigga? From the west side, yeah. Who that nigga? Who that nigga? From the west side, by my money counting digits, Who that nigga? Who that? How you do that? Blessing, how I made it, do it, dodging, sucker, niggas, foolish, if they thinking I won't use it. Throw your hood if you east where you rest. Throw your hood if you hailing from the first bustin' F&J's to the chest. Double back, closed casket, fuck a vest, nigga. Murder meeting, you gon' give us some respect. Putting work out the dirt from the chest. I'ma get it till I'm in a private jet.
All right, so we back, part 2 after that short commercial break.
Wi-Fi seems to be working a little bit better.
A little bit better, yeah. That's because the Haitian sensation got off there.
I got some jokes, but I'm not gonna get them off.
What was the last topic we were talking about? You were asking if she won the vaccine lottery, how would I feel about spending that money?
The question I asked that I think got cut off was, if she won the lottery and in order for her to receive the money, both of you had to be vaccinated. Would you get vaccinated then?
How much is what's the winning?
$1 million.
Pre-tax?
Brother, hey, you know, your money pre-tax.
It matters.
It's always gonna be taxed.
Yeah, so
it's a lottery. So for $500,000, you're not trying to change your family's trajectory. That's crazy. Damn.
Divorcing you. So I can just get.
I was about to say you about to beat Kim K's record.
Right, 9 days. Some shit like that. Fuck, bro.
That's gonna be a real awkward stay in Mexico.
So here's my thing. To me, $500,000 is not unobtainable to me in my eyes, right? Like that doesn't seem like something that I need to jeopardize my health or potentially jeopardize my health or limbs for. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not, that amount of money isn't enough for me to want to do that, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not saying there isn't a dollar amount that would, but to me,
right,
I can see $500,000 off of my own blood, sweat, and tears. I don't need to take a vaccine to earn that. If I felt like I never had any other potential to make $500,000, then maybe. Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
classmate that's always aggressively mean to me for no reason.
You said what?
I said, shout out to my classmate that just joined that's aggressively mean to me for no reason.
Oh, aggressive. That's hilarious.
Yeah. She does great
I
work.
think,
Yeah,
bro, 500,000 ain't enough. I don't think.
Nah.
I don't think 500,000 is enough.
What if it's because I feel like you're not taking the money based on the assumption of what can it do to your health. Like you're going to be affected health wise, whereas your wife has received it, and I'm assuming any offspring you have, whatever assumed effect you think the virus is going to have, is going to be on those offspring. So you're already invested. I feel like you might as well just get the shot.
So you said just fuck it at this point.
I mean, your kids gonna have it. Your wife got it. Was you know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well get that bag.
Somebody has to live.
Get the 500,000 faster than not. You know what I'm saying?
It's someone has to live. Someone does. You know, my parents got the vaccine.
Yeah,
that's.
I knew a long time ago. I meant to ask you.
Huh?
Well, I know your father wanted to get it, but your mother wasn't really feeling it. But, you know, the household decision was to get it. She ended up getting it. Because I don't know why I'm in this group chat, but I'm in a group chat with our aunties and our grandmother. I don't know how the fuck I got into this group chat.
They added me to that too.
The group chat.
I left the day they joined me. I got added to that too. I left.
Like, they don't be talking about nothing.
I think actually the day what made me leave is they were arguing about an avocado toast recipe. I was like, all right, this is not for me. This is not for me.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention. Like, this is a group chat where like you go to sleep and it's like 30 missed texts. I'm like, nah, I'm good. It don't be about nothing. like today, Granny sent a picture of a watermelon about, oh, I'm about to be in trouble. And I'm like, okay, like I don't need to see this conversation.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah. Maybe if we already had kids or something like that, but somebody.
Your kids gonna have it anyways.
Not necessarily.
Plus you got the insurance money.
They're talking about how the vaccine might wear off and you need booster shots now. So
okay, that's normal.
Yeah, but by the time we have kids, maybe it'll be out of her DNA. I don't know. I'm literally.
I mean, based on the conspiracy, right? Based on the conspiracies people have, and this is, you know what I'm saying? You got microchip.
No, I don't think it's like microchips or anything like that. But I just think, honestly, most of this trust is because this full court press and these incentives that they're giving people. Like, I've never seen no shit like this where they're trying to make people do something and it was for the good of the people, historically speaking. And that's really all my mistrust comes from. I don't necessarily have great arguments about the science, right? It's just really, really fucking weird to me how hard they're going to try to make everyone take this. There wasn't any of this type of shit with any other vaccines that are required for everyone.
I don't know.
Even new ones.
True. That's true.
So it just feels
like
weird.
At this point, we're so fully invested in this that people are just trying to get the last bit of money they can get out of it. Because I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he was talking about how we bought all these plexiglass shields that we are no longer going to ever use again. Like, we have so many that we didn't even use or that we're going to have to throw away. But because at the time it was such an urgency to buy these things that, you know what I'm saying, we wasted all this money.
Right.
So I feel like we made so much of this vaccine, you know, we probably are close to herd immunity that we just need to get the rest of these off, and we got to give these niggas $100 million. Let's just do that so we can, you know, make some of our money back and not end up like China with the Olympics, you know what I'm saying, where you make these investments but you're not getting your money back because some shit happened. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm
Also,
not mad at it.
are the death rates even with the Delta variant still the same as they were early COVID? I feel like people, and this is again, this is not backed up by any science. Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, don't come after me. I'm making this up. But are
Now
people
go ahead,
dying at the same
Professor Troy.
rates? Yeah, are people still losing their lives at a very, very high rate? Or is it just people getting sick? I do know about like some of the long term side effects, right? I know
Mm-hmm.
there's people who still don't have like their full lung capacity yet, or still
Mm-hmm.
having trouble with taste and smell,
That's
months
wild.
and
I'll be
months of
so
like
upset.
fatigue and all of these types of things
Yeah.
um, from catching COVID. But are people like dying still at high rates?
I don't know the rate is of death is higher or as high, but I do know that it's easily spreadable and infectious disease as far as the
Right,
infection rate. So
right.
there's that. I'm assuming because it's more easily spreadable, that does increase the death rate. That's an assumption. But the point of a virus to be, I know the point of a virus is for it to last long enough where it can expand and spread.
Right.
Where the first variant really wasn't doing that, so that's why it mutated into the form where it's even more spreadable and probably lasts in your body a little bit longer. But as far as those data in the science, I do not know.
Yeah, we need to get a scientist on here to break that down because and to me this is outside of the vaccine. This is more so about the actual virus itself, right? Like this is about
Mm-hmm.
uh yeah. What's funny to me too is a lot of the way that you catch this shit, it's an infectious disease, so you got to be around other people that have it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wearing a mask and washing your hands and social distancing, how the fuck are you gonna get it?
I think that's the point. That's the point.
So then why do we need a vaccine?
Because people didn't want to do that. People are nasty. People want to go out and
Wash your
eat. You know what I'm
nasty
saying?
hands.
You want to be around other people. Like people want to be social. That's why they have to do a vaccine.
I think, yeah, I mean, some, I don't know. More than anything, I just have a bad feeling about this, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like, I just honestly speaking, I just have a bad feeling. And again, I'm not opposed to taking the vaccine. It's just I, I have, it has to be it has to be like I have to take the vaccine type shit, right? Like if I don't have
Mm-hmm.
to, if I can get away with like every other week going to the bar, still wearing my mask anytime I'm out in public, washing my hands
Every other week.
like I
Yeah.
don't I don't need to yet. I'm not opposed to taking it. It's just like I'm not eager to take it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's fair enough. Nobody making you take it. I
They
feel like if
trying
they
to
made
with
you
the
take it, you would
vaccine
be
thing
even
up.
more opposed. I feel like they
If
made you
they
take it,
get
you'd be even more opposed to it, though.
Yeah, probably. If Lil Wayne do a remix to something about vaccinations,
Uh,
then I'll probably seriously have to contemplate. Or if they get Jay-Z to like come out with a
mm,
vax song,
think
then I have
about it.
some decisions to make. Yeah, some choices to make at that point.
Who would have to talk to you about the validity of the vaccine for you to take it outside of Jay Z?
There's nobody. There's no one.
Okay. All right.
Like I said,
Fair enough.
I've read, I've done a lot of reading, I've done a lot of like research. I understand where we are scientifically with this vaccine. I don't even really think it's a huge risk for real, to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been testing this shit for a long time. Like coronaviruses are not new, so they kind of know how to
Yeah.
deal with them generally.
Yeah.
It's just that yeah, no, it's just a gut feeling type shit. It's not
Okay.
really valid at all, to be honest with you. And I also wouldn't I wouldn't discourage anyone from taking it either. Like, I actually encourage people, if you cool with it, you should definitely take it. Like, you definitely should. I would never discourage anyone from doing that. It's just, for me, I just have a funny fucking feeling. And if I don't have to, then I'm just not going to.
Also, you never really taken any shots outside of what you had to probably when you went to school. So.
No, actually, it's funny because when I went to Morehouse, the statute of limitations is that when I went to Morehouse, those vaccine records were forged. I didn't take none of them.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
But what about when you were in grade school?
Grade school, I cannot account for because I didn't have access to those. I can only go off of what my parents told me.
So you forged those records?
Huh?
I said, yeah.
What?
Huh? What? Never mind. Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
All right. You know, to go to for some vaccination cards.
Hey, graphic design
Did they
skills.
take any of that when traveling?
Nope. And that's the other thing too that I've noticed is that every opportunity where they should be checking for shit or should be doing certain things, they don't. So it's like, y'all, what the fuck is going on? So like, we got on the to get into the country, we had to do a health survey, right, on the plane. And it's your typical health survey. Have you had a fever? Have you traveled? Have you been in contact with anyone who had the virus? Do you have any of these symptoms? Right? So you go through and fill all this shit out. Then we get off the plane to go to immigration, and they didn't look at the fucking paper. They didn't care. Like, they didn't even ask for it. I don't know. So, but what is interesting is to come back to the States, we do have to have a negative COVID test.
Oh, for real? So where do you get tested at?
We'll probably have one of the mobile testers come to the crib and test us right before we leave, like the day before we leave or something.
And like you said, I guess if anything, as far as like positive tests, you can just stay back a little bit longer and enjoy yourself. Hopefully because you got an Airbnb, hopefully it's open.
This isn't an Airbnb. This is our family or Whitney's family friend's house.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never mind then.
Mm-hmm.
How many rooms is it?
You want to come?
Right.
It's what, three master bedrooms are here. Yeah, it's 3 master bedrooms.
What?
Yeah.
They rent it out or like how? What's the setup?
It's just their house whenever they want to. So the parents, they're a little bit older, and they have some like health issues, so they actually aren't coming back here ever again. And so it's really just for their kids, and their kids are like our age.
Were those the ones at the wedding?
One of them was at the wedding, yeah.
Okay.
So like they just basically come out here whenever they want to.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's pretty lit.
If you won that $500,000 in a COVID lottery, you could just buy that house from them. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Nah, definitely couldn't.
Kids you ain't had yet.
I don't know if. I think this house is worth a little bit more than $500,000, to be honest.
Really? All right, we'll have to do a full tour later. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
it's
in Mexico though.
Yeah. I'm trying to say it without saying it, but this shit is nice. This shit is nice.
Shit's nice.
Yeah,
we say them shit's alright.
This shit's is more than alright, goddamn. This shit is plush.
All right.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah,
photos or something. Yeah, I'll I actually probably won't, but I'll maybe FaceTime you after this so you can give you a tour. I was about to say I'll post pictures online, but that's kind of wild. Putting these pictures, people's pictures on the internet.
African American couple kidnapped in Mexico.
Right.
Next on Channel 7.
Oh, that's the other thing. If there's any Mexican things that you would like for me to bring back, let me know, and I'll see if I can acquire them.
I know I want some of that tequila I was telling you about last week, but I don't know.
Oh yeah. Send me the name of that.
Accessible. Yeah, I will.
I've been drinking a lot of mezcal. I have like a shot glass of mezcal a couple times a day. Mezcal is the
Art
shit.
put you on?
Kinda, yeah. Kinda.
It seems like something you like with the smokiness and whatnot. And
Absolutely.
find any good ones, or are you just like? Oh, I'm sorry. I say you got any like good mezcals, or you just drinking the regular local shit?
So I don't know if you've heard of this. 400 Conejos.
Let me see the bottle. Nah, I haven't seen that one.
This is what I've been drinking, and this is pretty fucking delicious. But it's Mexico, so like this is what the fuck they do. So there's all kinds of shit.
So you get that from the store, or did you buy that like at the airport?
No, this was at the store, at the local grocery. Well, this was actually already here, but they sell it at the store that's right around the corner.
Oh, okay. They got like a whole bar. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's pretty lit.
Man.
Let's see. I'm trying to. What other topics you want to talk about?
I mean, it's definitely a topic to talk about, but I feel like with the delay. You said, "Where's my wife?"
1 second. Where's my wallet? Is that what you said? What do you need my wallet for?
I want to buy my graduation pictures.
So you need my wallet?
Yeah.
So that you can buy your graduation picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where my wallet is.
It's $200.
Whew.
I don't know where my wallet is.
Yeah,
maybe look in. Maybe look.
I think somebody stole it, baby.
For real. Damn. The fuck. Yeah, I honestly don't know where it is, but. Use the Chase Freedom card if you find it. So yeah, you said with the delay now, what?
I feel like we have to figure out another form of communication so we can really get into the topic.
I agree. Once we figure out the YouTube live thing, I feel like that might be a little bit easier to do.
True. Yeah.
Because this is a doozy of a topic.
Also, I want all my classmates in here like it was earlier.
Fair enough.
Shout out to them for joining in.
Yeah, shout out to the classmates. Y'all make sure you go check out the Patreon. Oh, there was one other topic that I wanted to talk about. So, and this is actually developing news. So, G Herbo's ex, Ari, had a party, right?
Yeah.
And G Herbo went. His girl apparently is mad that he went.
Oh, that's what happened? Okay.
I think like she unfollowed him, and apparently it's because he went to this party. Now, some folks might say it's because he went to the party. It's his ex's party. It's a stripper party. Why are you going there? Other folks are saying that she's upset because of how he was acting at the party, like he was enjoying the entertainment.
Okay.
What is your take on, is that inappropriate for him to go to this party? Do you think it's problematic? Do you think Shorty should be mad?
I saw I saw something on IG that said, why would he not go to this party? They said all the baddest Instagram women was acting like strippers, so of course he's gonna go to the party. But
Why she didn't come with him is the question. Oh, she just had a baby.
yeah, I guess that.
But they rich.
I
They
guess
got
that
maids
adds
and
to the
shit.
wildness. They got maids. I guess that does add kind of to the wildness of the party then. Like of him going is she just had the baby, she's stuck at home probably nursing, and he's out with like Instagram thoughts.
So yeah, and that
That's
brings
a
it
tough.
back.
That's a tough sell.
I don't know, man. I feel like I don't. So I feel like that situation is a little bit different than the Erica and Safari situation, because Erica and Safari's baby is like in ICU.
Or
Yes, and
NICU.
he's out, like he's having the time of his life. I feel like that's a little bit different of a situation than, yo, we had a healthy baby, everything's cool. Like I've been in the house stuck. You know what I mean? Like I can't go out tonight.
Is it for sure they stopped following each other on Instagram after, or is it that did something happen and then he just go to the party?
That's another good
Like, how
question.
do we know?
I think.
You know.
So that's a good question, and that's a good point. Maybe he went to the party. Maybe they already had their argument, and he went to the party. Maybe as a result, or whatever. But I think people didn't notice. They just assumed they were still following each other and didn't notice until they saw him at the party. It was like, wait, did Taina know? And then saw that, oh shit, they're not following each other. So that's a good point, because I do think that changes the dynamics. Like if they was arguing and he, you know what, fuck it, I'm going out tonight. That's a little bit different than fuck y'all, I'm leaving you to go to this party. You know what I mean? Like that's a little bit different. So that context
Also,
I do think is important.
I'm never going live in this account again. It's too many of my classmates jumping in and out of here for me to really get my toxic takes off. So,
Oh man, so you're not toxic at school? You're not your true authentic self at school?
I go to school with a lot of women, so
Oh yeah, no,
a lot of young women. So like, I can't really say anything crazy.
That makes sense. Fucking
I feel
around,
like younger people are more easily offended. You know what I'm saying? Not the barber side is cool, but we have a cause side too, where like I feel like those people don't have that same sense of humor or find the same things funny that I would or we would. So, you know, so I try to protect people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because I can hurt somebody's feelings easily. So I don't give a fuck.
That's where you and me are different, sir.
Oh, you give a fuck? Oh, that you don't give a fuck and you
I don't
care what you say.
Fuck somebody's feelings. I don't. I should work.
You would if it makes your experience more difficult, I feel like.
Hold on. I don't understand.
I already liked this post.
I don't understand the post.
So basically, when G Herbo, supposedly Ari has always maintained this is the truth, that when she was experienced postpartum depression after having her baby, that's when Taina and G Herbo were cheating, or G Herbo was cheating on Ari with Tiana, whatever her name is.
Uh-huh.
So somebody was just saying Herb was at Ari party, laughing emojis. Taina unfollowed him on IG, laughed my ass off. Girl, but when Ari was at home with that baby going through postpartum, you was with her nigga. Laugh now, cry later. Like basically now it's her time to cry. And originally, when after Ari got Ari and Taina was into it, like last year, she was just like, I'm just waiting on that bitch to get pregnant so I could really break her heart after. Then she gonna take him to the party with the other baby by him, because that's when shit hurt more. But not saying that Ari did that, but it's just so funny. Like this, all of this is funny.
The problem here though is Ari is toxic. She's abusive physically, so I can't just excuse this behavior. But I get what you're saying.
Accountable.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. We have too much evidence on video of Ari literally bullying G Herbo, calling him Herbert and shit in public. Like, come on.
That's abuse coming from our government name.
Yeah, she's wild.
He's like, can you please not call me that? So, no. So
And
that's his government name.
also, if y'all want Moneybag Yo to kill everybody in this shit, then I guess go ahead. Right? Like,
Yeah, what are his thoughts about all of this shit? I'm curious.
Yeah. He loved Waukesha more than any of them anyway, so
That's true. Yeah, the whole video.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy though. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that nigga was at the party. I wonder what he had to say when he saw G Herbo pull up. Because I know somebody told him, or if he didn't see him.
Well, I thought they was all cool now because they like have joint birthday parties and shit for the son, and like everybody. What I thought everybody was cool and like everybody had, gotten to a good place to like co-parent and move on. But that what you just said, if that happened since then, where she said, "I'm just waiting on this bitch to get pregnant so I could really break her heart." If that's happened since that birthday party where everybody was cool,
No,
that was before.
That happened like last year.
The party was last year.
Or okay, so this happened maybe even over like it was before the birthday party.
Okay.
It was when Ari was really hurting for a minute on the internet.
So that would be before she even started fucking with Moneybag Yo.
Yeah, before Moneybag Yo.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone has grown and matured, gotten to a better place in life. Everybody's chasing the bag. Now
Ari richer than all they asses.
Yeah.
Ari richer than all they asses combined. G Herbo and Moneybag Yo combined.
How?
No, she is.
How? From what?
Her net worth is $10 million. Well, because so think about how much women make. Like women, like Ari, all she does is sell shit to women. Like girls aspire to be like her. In addition to that, she's a model. Like she was in, was it like Vogue for like overseas? So overseas, she was on there. I mean, she makes a lot of money. Her net worth.
They don't get paid to be in Vogue.
Huh?
I said, you don't get paid to be in Vogue.
Well, she's a model. She also just has a lot of businesses.
Well, what kind of model? She modeling her homegirls' wigs?
Huh?
She modeling her homegirls' wigs? What is she modeling? Fashion Nova?
She models gowns. Like, even like Little Baby's girl, Jada, or Princess Love, all these like Insta famous people, they've now become models. Like, a lot of these people were at Fashion Week modeling the runway because
I'm
they
just
have
trying
all
to figure out
followers.
how this equates to you knowing
I feel like we're using
reported tax dollar income like that.
All right, never mind. Whatever, go crazy. But on paper, she makes more money than both of them.
What paper? What paper?
The internet papers.
So according to her net worth is more than G Herbo and Moneybag Yo combined. But even if you don't look at them combined, her net worth, she makes a lot of money.
I guess my point is, Whitney, you cannot trust the Google search that says what their net worth is to be the fucking truth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
It's just not enough information.
All right.
Well, like, we don't know where that 10 million is coming from. There's no breakdown of that.
So most of it comes from ads. Most of it comes from so far, like, these Instagram people make so much money. They make millions off of posting. What does Kim make a post?
Yeah, and a lot of that shit is under the table. A lot of that shit is not reported.
So if it's under the table, then it should be more than she makes already. No? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know, but is this the Haitian Sensation segment of the podcast?
You about to buy double graduation photos now. Like, yeah, keep talking, man.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, back to my original point. I think that's a way different situation than the Safari and Erica situation. But it actually, low key, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just postpartum in general. Maybe this is more about postpartum behavior and men not knowing how to deal with postpartum and just like wanting to get away and escape and have some fun after being in a very depressed house, but also the women who are dealing with that postpartum, it's probably extremely hard as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
This
assuming
is
it's not easy for everyone.
yeah. I mean, a lot of these celebrity relationships end over postpartum. Joe Budden and Sin broke up because of him not understanding her postpartum depression.
Real?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is specific to celebrity relationships, but it does seem like a lot of relationships, like postpartum, is hard. It's hard. It's hard business. It's hard business.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on nobody though.
Here's another problem. This will be my last problematic take for this podcast. So it's a hot take. Have you ever noticed that all of the things that come with being a woman conveniently allow for irrational behavior? Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah. Yeah, everything.
Is that
I was recently told that I was too logical and that I need to be more emotional.
Someone
that sounds like a
said,
terrible idea. You know what gender that person was.
Yeah,
I'm like, no.
That does not seem like a
Two
good thing.
emotional people, nah, that don't work. Two wrongs don't make a right.
As men, though, we have no choice but to believe that all of these things that come with being a woman makes you do irrational things. But maybe that's just an excuse to just do whatever the fuck they want to do, because we don't know. Right? Like, maybe just women agree. Like, hey,
you talking about COVID-19 conspiracies. This is the real conspiracy right here, my brother.
Women just got together and like, listen, y'all. We need a reason to be able to do
wild shit and justify
and justify it. So as a unit, we're going to say that our periods make us irritable and hormonal. Like, where's the scientific proof that your hormones being elevated because you're dropping eggs makes you do dumb shit? Like, where does that? What scientific?
Also, my brother, we men actually have the same thing going on as far as like our emotions being affected by hormones, but we don't get that pass. That hormone is testosterone. We don't get that pass at all.
Exactly. So that's where I think it's a conspiracy. Because we've had to even if it is true that these hormonal changes change your behavior and how you think, then how come only certain of us are allowed to live in that and others of us have to control it and suppress it and all of these other things? If we're supposed to believe you that your hormones make you do this, then you should believe and understand and actually be the experts in understanding how our hormones affect us. Right? You would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. maybe I'm tripping.
You spitting to me.
Like, who else but a woman can confirm postpartum is a thing?
This episode about to get canceled. We're gonna get flagged.
These are just questions. These are just questions. I'm just curious. Yeah. That's all.
That's a great question. Where's the Hastings sensation at now?
In a whole nother room. I think her allergies are acting up.
Oh, okay. Allergies?
No, she been ever since we got down here. She's been having allergy problems.
That sucks. That makes sense why you said she was probably ready to leave.
Yeah. 3 more weeks. She also missed the dog.
I didn't take the dog. I did nothing.
She'd be mad as hell though if, like, I don't know, some exotic animal out here ate Nola. That would be fucked up.
That's true. She's a house dog anyway, so but I guess you can't get out and run around.
Yeah, she could, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know. All right. Any other topics that we should cover?
That's it for me, man.
I think we left on a hot note there with the hormone allegations.
Man, this needs to be a 10-part series. God damn it!
Right, for real. It might have to just be whenever we have women guests, we might just have to ask them so that we can start breaking down. Because honestly, I do think it's a conspiracy. Like I do think that women just agreed that they were all going to do this, and there's no way to check it or confirm it. That's the only problem here.
And if you do, no way you're an asshole, misogynist, you're all kinds of wild shit. Yeah, man, they're brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, folks, there you have it. The very first live edition of the Self-Medicated Podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of this. We'll figure out more ways to do live podcasts. Hopefully, eventually, we can start doing like live podcasts at venues and shit. Like it'd be really cool to do a live pod at like a bar or something. That'd be kind of cool. But we'll continue to figure out this live shit. In the meantime, you already know what it is, but just in case you don't, it's the Self-Medicated Podcast. I'm your host, as always, the Wayfarer, aka Quinn Quarantino, aka the Banter Boss, aka Jon Snow, because I know absolutely nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Including
how hormones work. But they also call me Young Wistradamus, aka Mortgage Freeman.
What the hell is he doing? Fucking people. Fucking people.
AKA Young Floyd Mayweather, AKA Troy The Checka, AKA Way Pesos. Here as always with the captain of the igloo, young, popular, and friendly, AKA the Box Hunter, AKA One Pop Poppy, AKA the Bottom Feeder, AKA the Black Kevin Sorbo, AKA Young Black Hercules, AKA the strongest nigga you know, AKA the light-skinned Kevin Samuels.
Do you want this to go reasonably or do you want it to go left?
Usually goes left. AKA the Do-Rag Don Dada. Make sure y'all go follow us on Instagram at the Self-Med Pod. Make sure you follow the YouTube page at the Self-Medicated Podcast. Make sure you go follow our Patreon, patreon.com/the Self-Med Pod. And we out.
Gang signs.
Gang signs.